Hey YouTubers, Raven here,
Starfire.
and tonight we're talking about Supergirl!
Season 5, Episode 6, Confidence Women.
Confidence women or confident women?
It's called Confidence Women.
That's weird. They English very good.
See?
That's weird. English very good, yes. Confidence women.
It's like Yoda.
Right? Women, confidence, yes! The English good! That went a little weird. But anyways, it was a pretty good episode.
It was.
Really enjoyed it. I do have to say that it's the first episode this season that I have absolutely loved. And I do notice something. We're missing a character.
Kelly.
Yeah.
But I mean, Alex didn't have much of a part in this episode either.
No.
So, you know.
Yeah.
If she had had a bigger role, Kelly probably would have been a part of it.
Probably. I just wanted to be a royal dick just now and just point that out.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, I always love episodes where you get more backstory about things and about characters.
Yes.
And so for me, it was enjoyable for that reason. And we also got to see another reason why Lena has trust issues, basically all the way back to the beginning of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was like her first really good friend, and she betrayed her that way.
Yeah.
So that was really the root cause of all of her trust issues.
Mm-hmm. Well,
kind of.
No, because that happened, like, a couple months before she moved. So that what happened to her happened in season 1.
Yeah.
And then she moved to National and met Kara in season 2.
Right.
So her trust issues didn't just randomly start in season 1, when Andrea betrayed her.
Yeah.
Well, when she found out Andrea betrayed her. And they didn't end with Lex turning really retarded. It happened at, another time. It happened when she was a child.
Mm-hmm.
But Andrea didn't betray her until they were older, and she didn't find out that Andrea betrayed her until a year before we met her.
Right.
Well, the year before we met her, not necessarily a year.
But I mean, it was just one of the big reasons. It wasn't like the main reason or like the root cause, but it was like a big reason why.
Yeah.
Because before she knew Kara and everything, Andrea was somebody that she trusted.
She was her only friend.
She was her only friend and somebody that she completely trusted.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why she was so hesitant to be friends with Kara, because she didn't want to deal with that again. And the same thing happened. So he's just in the garbage can, whatever. He can do whatever. He knocks it over all the time.
Scare the shit out of him. Thank you, motorcycle. I really enjoyed the sound. Not. But I really enjoyed this episode so much. I know I keep saying that, but
no, it was really good.
I did a lot.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, we learned some things about Andrea that we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
That those powers stem from just her herself. It's not from the medallion.
No!
You get down.
You're trying to get to your pumpkin thing.
Yeah, I know. He's always trying to bite on those. Can't have nice things.
No.
That the darkness stems from inside of her, and it's not from the
Yeah.
medallion.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I think that
Magic always comes with a price.
Yeah. And since she's the first one to activate it, since it was just kick him out. Since Andrea was the first one to activate it, since it was dormant, I think that no matter what she does until the relic goes dormant again, she will be the one with the shadow powers.
Yeah.
I think that when it goes dormant again, whoever touches it and uses its power first, tap 3 times, then they'll be the one with shadow powers, even if they give the medallion away. That's what I was thinking.
And say, there's no place like home. Sorry. Everything is a movie or TV reference. I can't help it.
She can't.
I really can't.
It is a biological imperative for her.
Shut up. You do the same thing.
I know. But yeah, I loved seeing Lena have a best friend.
Yeah.
That wasn't Kara.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
and them both having the same favorite movie and using that as like their thing, you know, their phrase, like you jump, I jump, like I'm involved, you know, whatever you do, I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And, you know, wanting to live that life like Rose got to live. And just, you know, it's just, I thought it was just really sweet and like nice.
It was adorable.
So, you know, it was a nice thing to see that.
Yeah.
You know.
That she would have that sort of relationship with someone.
Right.
Yeah. I thought this was, I don't know, I keep saying the same thing. I thought it was an amazing episode. I love that they're kind of making it like the Leviathan are just like mystical beings. But I'm kind of confused on one thing. Brainy's from the effing damn future. Why hasn't he heard of Leviathan? If Supergirl's faced them, why hasn't he heard of them? Like, right. I mean, the way he's never explained that there were. Okay. With the Legion of Superheroes, the cartoon, it's explained that there was a period in time where they lost almost everything. Mm-hmm. Like, knowledge and like, what happened to the past.
Like, their identity.
Well, they lost the history of everything.
Yeah.
There's big gaps in the memory banks of history. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of what Superman went through, mm-hmm. they didn't know about. Like, they didn't know about it. And when they went back in time to get Superman to go to the future and help them, which is what the cartoon's about, like, they didn't know about these certain things that Clark had to go through. Mm-hmm. When it would have been normal, just history. Right. Like, there were big epic fights in Clark's past that they hadn't known about. Mm-hmm. So, but they never said that in Supergirl. They never stated that they had a loss of history.
Right.
At least as far as I remember.
No,
like,
they didn't.
If we missed it, please let us know in the comments. But
They did.
Right. Like, if you guys think,
we've only seen them a few times in the show so far.
They were on for a majority of a season.
Yeah, but they've never mentioned that.
Brainy's been on since then. Like, we could have missed it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, we don't hear everything.
We don't.
So if you guys have noticed it, let us know. Anyways, they never stated that, as far as we're aware. And therefore, there should be no missing gaps within the chronicles of history. So if Supergirl effing met the Leviathan and fought them, then Brainy would damn well know about it. And he didn't go, oh, it's time for Leviathan, or whatever the shit that happens when something from history happens, like when they were facing Rain.
Yeah.
Like, you should know, bitch. Like, this is stupid. It's a major bad, and he knows nothing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but that just fucking pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
Yeah, he should know, especially if he's from the future.
Yeah.
Every time I hear Leviathan, I honestly just think of Supernatural.
Same.
Because that was where I first heard that, and that's what I associate it with, so...
Well, I mean, that's not the first place I heard it, but it's the first place that, like, you know, I saw representation.
Right. Yeah.
So...
Because, I mean, I know, like, Leviathan exists in, like, you know, what, comic book stuff, right? It's in canon, isn't it? Within Supergirl or whatever.
I guess.
So, I mean, you know, it's part of other, like, franchises and stuff. But I just automatically think of Supernatural. Because that's where we first, like you said, saw some type of physical representation of it.
Yeah.
Like a literal representation.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is weird to think of them as people.
Yeah. Even though the season sucked, but...
I'm sorry, possessed Castiel is just bullshit. An angel can't be possessed. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So that was just a huge fucking bullshit season.
Well, I mean, it's a TV show. They can do whatever they want with it.
You can't possess an angel, period. But, so yeah, him not knowing about Leviathan, like,
is irritating.
It's beyond irritating. Yeah.
It's beyond stupid.
I want to know what the Leviathan are. Because obviously they've been around for centuries.
Well, hopefully we find out soon, because Lita asked, you know, it to access Tessa's memories so that you could find out everything she knew about the Leviathan.
Yeah, but she probably knows just as much as Andrea. Because it's not like she was part of Leviathan, she worked for Leviathan. She wasn't Leviathan. The old lady and the old man are Leviathan.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, he was a messenger, but he's still Leviathan.
Right. The same as her.
Yeah.
But, like, Tess and Andrea, they just work for Leviathan. They're just lackeys. Yeah. They know shit. So...
That's why we need somebody like Brainy to be able to give us information, because he's from the freaking future.
Exactly.
So writers, get on that and fix your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Not sorry.
But, yeah, fix it. Because we have to have some way that we find out about them. Mm-hmm. And if we don't find out through Tessa's memories or through Andrea, we have to find out somehow.
maybe, I mean, Lena's looking into it. Maybe even though Tess doesn't exactly know a lot, like, maybe she goes back to the ancient ruins.
Maybe.
Like, she starts, like, researching the Leviathan.
Yeah, because Lena...
Maybe they're an ancient species of something.
Lena's, like, determined. I mean, she
Mhm.
will stop at nothing to protect people or to help and save people or stop somebody from doing something bad like she was going to do with Lex. So, you know, she will get her answers however she has to.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, maybe Leviathans.
I mean, if it's supposed to be part of like that ancient, like, who was it? Akarta or whatever. Like, was she?
Kreta?
Yeah. Like, maybe it's connected, like the Leviathan is connected through that or through her or whoever that person
Well, the
was.
writing on the medallion said Leviathan.
Yeah.
So the medallion and the history of it are connected.
Stems back all the way to when they started.
Well, it doesn't mean that that's when Leviathan started. They could be older than that.
Yeah.
Like, Leviathan, they could be going mystical on us.
Yeah, they could.
Like, no. New gods.
The medallion is magical.
No, it's science. Magic is just science that we don't understand yet.
It's so magical.
No, it's science. Like, what about the statement, do you not understand?
I understand.
Magic is science. We just don't understand the science yet. So, but they could be the new god. They could, I mean, not exactly new gods, because, I mean, they're not this evil. New gods are kind of irrelevant. But, I mean, maybe they stem from Darkseid?
Maybe. I mean, the
Maybe.
shadows are the dark shadows and the
Right,
darkness.
But that has nothing to do with Darkseid. Maybe they are an ancient race from outside, like, from further away than Krypton. Maybe they're, like, the, I mean, freaking hell! If those are the only two that are actual, like, Leviathan, like, if that old lady and the old man are the only actual Leviathan, you know, then, like, what if they're a corrupted Adam and Eve? Like, what if, like, someone fucking resurrected Adam and Eve or some shit at the very beginning of time, and, like, they became Leviathan?
That'd be some screwed up stuff.
I mean, I do believe I've heard of Leviathan in connection with the Bible.
Me too.
So they could be going in some sort of direction like that. Like, bringing in...
You'd think they would have done that with Supernatural. Right? With the Leviathan.
Instead...
But didn't but because of what Cass did with that, though, he said he was like God, or like a god because he let it take over him. And
well, he had all the Leviathan with him.
Yeah, so he was supposed to be, like, completely powerful because he had all the Leviathan in him. Like, he was acting like he was God because
well, I mean, that. God ran away, so...
Yeah, and now in season 15 he's back again.
And being a major dick.
Yeah. He's trying to make amends with people that he wronged.
Right. By opening the gates of hell.
But Rowena closed that and sacrificed herself. Sorry, this is a spoilers channel.
Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
If you didn't want to know, then sorry.
Not sorry. But yeah, like they could be going kind of mystical in like the gods or whatever sort of way. Because I mean, they do call Superman a god. You know.
Yeah.
And then we have the new gods, and then I mean, we do have like this is DC.
Mhm.
So Hades is a thing. Like Hades is a legit god. And like the Greek pantheon, they all fucking existed. Because Hades existed. And Hades had brothers and sisters and a wife. So, you know what? Yeah. So there could be a way in which like all powerful beings such as the ancient Roman Greek gods created creatures who were who were supposed to like maybe worship them.
I'm reading this thing.
I mean kind of like in the history of like if you look at mythology history, you see like the golden age, the bronze age, and like the silver age and stuff.
Yeah.
And like maybe one of those ages, instead when they were trying to perfect their creation of man, maybe one of those stages was Leviathan. And so that's why such an ancient civilization was protected by the power of Leviathan, because they couldn't be fully destroyed, so Leviathan do still exist.
Yeah. Well, this is saying they're actually doing a new mini series with a comics called Event Leviathan, and it's a crucial new mini series that's poised to change the fabric of DCU forever. And it says the events setting up this new mini have been playing out on the pages of Action Comics, but if you haven't been following, don't worry, here's some intel that should bring you up to speed. And it says Leviathan is a worldwide criminal organization shrouded in secrecy. Their ranks are filled with assassins, superpowered warriors, and some of the best scientific minds on the planet. The organization was first seen in 2010's Batman The Return, and their threat was so great that it resulted in Batman seriously stepping up his game. To combat Leviathan, Bruce Wayne started a global initiative of Dark Knights called Batman Incorporated. At the time, it was compared to McDonald's or Starbucks, with Batman being the commodity franchise around the world.
The fuck?
It may sound quaint or even funny, but it was done because that's how dangerous Leviathan was and needed a global army of Batmen to combat it. As the Batman vs. Leviathan saga continued in the pages of Grant Morrison's Batman Incorporated, the Dark Knight learned that Talia al Ghul was the leader of the organization.
Oh, fuck!
Talia was upset that Batman had spurned her advances and corrupted their son Damian into believing in his quest for justice. Many of us have had to deal with angry exes before. Fortunately, it's highly unlikely that any of the angry exes were an Al Ghul. Truly furious ex-boyfriends or girlfriends might change the locks to your home or even key your car, but Talia started a worldwide criminal organization with a mind for world domination. So you might want to keep things cordial should you ever find yourself on the outs with her.
Okay, I get that that's what happened in the comics and in Batman Incorporated.
Yeah.
Because I'ma just stroll up to a counter and order Batman.
Right.
But I'm sorry, Talia al Ghul is not as old as time itself. Which is how old the Leviathan need to be.
Yeah.
So that can't be what we're doing, because chronologically, I'm sorry, but Talia al Ghul is not that old.
Well, the thing here is now Leviathan is back and the organization is dismantling some of the DC Universe's most secret foundations. If you ever thought that the world of DC had too many secret organizations, Leviathan has come up with a chilling solution to that problem. During the Leviathan Rising prequel storyline, which ran in Action Comics number 1007 to 1011, the group started taking down these secret organizations in an operation they called their Royal Flush. Argus, the DEO, and many others have been targeted. In fact, one of the scariest sights of the entire event was a bruised and beaten Amanda Waller showing up at Clark Kent's apartment begging for Superman's help. Amanda Waller is one of the toughest agents in the DCU, and the only thing stronger than her fury is her pride.
Amanda Waller is dead in our universe, so...
Yeah.
And they're not going to finish dealing with the Leviathan before the crossover. And within the crossover, worlds are going to collide.
Right.
So I'm thinking maybe Earth 38, which is the Earth that Supergirl lives on, is going to combine with Earth 1. Therefore making all these shows exist on the same Earth.
Yeah, so obviously the Leviathan is the villain of season 5 for Supergirl.
Right.
And like you said, it's all gonna probably come together and collide in some way in the crossover. So, yeah. But I mean, essentially they're just a big criminal organization with assassins and all those things.
I mean, that might be theoretically true,
yeah,
but that's incorrect according to what we're seeing now. Because Talia al Ghul, I'm sorry, but her daddy and Damien Dark joined the League at the same time, and her daddy won the duel and became Ross. So,
yeah,
like, that means her daddy is not as old as fucking time itself, which is what the Leviathan need to be. Therefore, she's not. So she couldn't have started the damn organization. So none of that. That's all null and void compared to what we're seeing on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be after the secret organizations. That's doable, you know. But, like, as far as their, like, origins, no. I mean, we don't even have Damian Wayne. So.
Why is this all about freaking, like, Arrow, or Leviathan Arrowverse Wiki, and it's all about freaking Legends of Tomorrow? I'm like, what?
So, is there anything else you wanted to talk about? There's one more thing I want to talk about, but...
Go ahead.
Have we touched on everything that you
I think so. Of? I mean... Like, just when we first saw Andrea in the outfit, I was, like, shocked. Because I'm like, what?
I didn't expect her to have powers. But the second they did a close-up on her face with the mask for the first time, I was like, oh, shit. And then she takes it off. I'm like, holy shit.
I was like, what?
Yeah. Like,
I was shocked.
I did not expect this to be her.
I was not expecting that. At all.
Nope. But the final thing I want to talk about, R.I.P. best friend. He was about to escape and run off with the love of his life for like ever, and then we wouldn't have Andrea Rojas running the newspaper anymore, and like.
And then they had to kill him.
Well, I mean, the deal that she made said you're trading your happiness for this, for your father. Like, so you know the bitch ain't ever gonna be happy. Like, that's the deal she made. That everything good in her life is gonna turn to dust in her hands.
So her father's eventually gonna die too.
Oh, yes. I mean, that is what living does to you. But
you know what I mean.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is, I mean, her father being alive makes her happy, but it doesn't make her as happy as when she was with him, or when she was when she still had friends like Lena.
Yeah.
Like, the deal she made cost her lover and her best friend, which were both apparently, as
more
she stated,
to her
than her father. So that's why her father's still alive.
Even though the whole reason that she did it was to save her father.
Right. But, you know, like saying, you don't know what you got till it's gone.
Yeah.
So.
But it also would have meant that if he died, they would have lost everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, she would have had Lena, and Lena would have helped her.
Yeah.
Lena wouldn't have let her go down like that.
Yeah. I mean, even though Lena has the medallion now, she's still going to be honest. She's not going to lie. She's not going to use it to betray anyone.
Right.
She's going to use it to get the answers that she needs to help people and to do what she was planning to do with it in the first place, which is to make sure people don't harm other people and save Lex from doing what his freaking plan of trying to hurt Superman.
He's in jail again.
Yeah.
He's not doing that plan.
I know.
I mean, maybe the medallion and his medal might come in handy during the crossover event.
Yeah.
I do think, however, that based on the story that Lena was reading, that the shadow hero was supposed to be a hero.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Leviathan didn't start out as a group of evil people. Maybe they were... Because if the Aztecs, worshipped them because of their power to be able to protect,
right,
then it probably went to their heads, and they became corrupt, because absolute power corrupts absolutely. And so maybe they created the medallion to protect, to be that helper, to, do all the good stuff in the world.
Right.
But,
But since Lex is in jail now,
mm-hmm.
she's going to use it to, do what she's planning with everything, right?
There's no power in it.
So she just wanted it
because
it's
just
what
a
she
metal.
Deserved?
Yeah.
That's the only reason she wanted it?
There's no power in the medallion. Andrea took all the power.
But she can still get answers from it by having her scan,
right.
markings.
Exactly. But all it can do right now is be flipped and tell you heads or tails.
Yeah. But I mean, even if she finds out this information, about the Leviathan and all these things,
the power is gone until it goes dormant again.
Yeah, and she can use what she finds out to help or to, do whatever she is planning on doing.
I mean, hell, Andrea does not seem like a bad person.
No, she doesn't.
Everything she's done since she took the medallion is obviously weighing on her. Yeah. Extra mentally. It's so heavy. She can't take it. All the deaths. And I think that once the idea of Supergirl going against the Leviathan, and maybe Supergirl starts to make steps toward actually maybe being able to defeat them, and Andrea sees that, maybe Andrea joins them.
Maybe.
The only thing left the Leviathan can take away from her is her dad. Yeah. And her company. But, I mean, at the end of the day, she's gonna have to, she already hates how much death has been put on her, how much blood is on her hands. So, at the end of the day, it's either add more blood or just let it end and save people. Make up for your past mistakes. Yeah. And I think that she has it in her to make that turnaround, because she
even kind of stated, she's like, I want to use it for good. I want, not the medallion, but I mean, I want to do good. I want to.
That's why she's been doing the technology and stuff like that with Obsidian. She's trying to do good to make up for what she's doing as Shadow.
Right. Because she regrets it. And she knows that it's a curse and that she, wishes she hadn't agreed to it.
Right. And, I mean, they don't really have power over how she controls her abilities. They just have power over what the fuck goes wrong in her life.
Yeah.
So.
Because apparently they're like the freaking elders who just have to make life horrible for everyone.
And they can do it just like Doctor Who with a few little words. I'm sorry, I really. Doesn't she look tired? And then her career was over. Harriet Jones, Prime Minister. The girl who shot the laser at the ship who was retreating on Christmas Day. Tennant's first episode. Yeah. But yeah, so, maybe she does have that turnaround.
Because science always comes with
Yeah.
If magic is science, then
I mean, yeah.
If it's the same thing, then I'm going to say that.
But magic sounds better.
I know.
Magic always comes with a price.
It does.
Be careful, dearie, because the magic always comes with a price. I miss Gold so much.
He's one of the only things about the show that I miss.
Regina.
And Regina. And Belle. Because I liked Belle.
Robin and Alice.
Yeah. But that was only a 1-season thing.
Yeah, but you kind of saw it happening in the season before.
Yeah. It just didn't actually come to fruition until season 7.
Yeah. Anyways.
I think that's all.
Yeah.
It was a really good episode.
It was.
And we got a lot of good information going forward.
We did.
Although Brady should know.
He should.
Unless he was somehow blocked out from knowing. I don't know. But they're just...
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
So I guess until next time, love yourself and be happy.